welcome to Kickback with Kelly and Barbara. It's your Monday edition. I hope you guys had a fabulous weekend. How was yours?
It was very rainy this weekend.
It was a bit depressing on Saturday. Sunday was a bit better.
Sunday was okay. We had sun, and then there was a apocalyptic type of thunderstorm, and then that eased off as well. So I think it was fine. It was a good weekend.
It was a good weekend.
Right, hot chocolate, blanket, early bed, 8 o'clock. You know how it is.
Is that your new
Grandma.
COVID normal? Yeah. Hi, Grandma. Welcome to Kickback.
No one goes out anymore, right? So you just go to bed early.
Okay.
Like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna lie in bed and Netflix for the next few hours. 20 minutes later, you've knocked out.
Right, okay. Speaking of the COVID numbers then, not really, but like we're just gonna go there. We've seen a little bit of a trend. We're going up and down a little bit. And I can't help but stress, guys, we still need to be managing this. We still need to be staying at home as far as possible. A lot more people I know are trying to get out to different parks from what they are used to going or not in their neighborhood. And I'm like,
no,
why?
Just
why
stay.
Just stay in your little vicinity. Stop spreading it.
Yes.
And then we can get those community numbers down and go into phase 2 a lot faster so that we can all go hang out again.
Speaking of stop spreading, one of the key things to make sure that this happens is to always wear your mask. Now, obviously, we want to be fashionable. A lot of different brands are coming up with different types of masks. Over the weekend, we got little, what is it called? Crocheted buttons to put at the back of our ear loops. But one of the brands that we know, Satki, they are coming up with loops that don't go around your ears, but they go around your head instead.
Yep, exactly. A little bit like the N95 mask. It just goes right around the head, solves a lot of your problems, and makes sure that when you're wearing them for a long period, it doesn't end up pulling on your ears.
Yeah.
A lot of people have actually been getting abrasions on the tops and bottoms of their ears. Yeah. Rather uncomfortable, but you can solve all of that with the Satki mask, which will be launching very, very soon. If you want to walk away with one of those masks, Barbara, what do they have to do?
Super easy. You just need to like and follow the Get Active TV Facebook page, share Kickback with Kelly and Barbara onto your page, and drop us a comment. I want to see you in your mask. I mean, this is almost like proof.
Yeah,
that you are wearing it all the time, making sure you're not forgetting it. As a little reminder to yourself, of course, to always have a mask and carry a spare with you. I found that helps for days when I accidentally walk out of the house without one.
Yeah. Wow, so guilty. So guilty. I mean, tips on how else you can make sure that you've got a mask on you. You can actually buy, I think there was like one of the brands, Alcatraz, they sell like little 10 packs. It's quite a slim box of masks that you can just keep in your handbag, keep them in the car. So if you see someone that's walking out without a mask, you can just be like, hey, mask, and just hand it over. Just spread a little love,
Got to protect yourself, right?
Yeah.
And speaking of protecting yourself, who have we got today?
Well, there is no one better at protecting you than your insurance agent. So today it is all about the insurance, because not so much here in Singapore, because we have seen the government has really stepped up and tried to support its citizens to make sure that we aren't left in the lurch when it comes to footing huge medical bills.
Yeah.
But there was a guy in the States that got lumped with a $1.18 million medical bill because he was treated for coronavirus.
You could buy a house here for that.
You could buy a house in a lot of places for that.
That is also true.
You could buy half an island to the north of Fiji for that.
No. Oh yeah, half an island. It's a $3.2 million island, but we're getting it, so dibs on us.
Anyway, so essentially this guy, I mean, luckily he has insurance, but he's still going to have to fork out a giant chunk of change to pay for his medical bills. He was in ICU for like 43 days or something like that. $9,000 over a day in terms of billing for that ICU care, and that is ridiculous. So one of the ways you can make sure that you aren't caught out by unnecessary medical bills is by making sure that you have your backside covered. Quite literally. We're going to explore that a little bit more later, but our first guest today has literally taken insurance to a whole new level on social media. He literally says that he makes TikTok finance, which I love. I think it's a great way of educating, especially the younger generation, like the newbies or the 18, 19-year-olds that are trying to get out there, taking control of their own plans and financial planning. And he's trying to make and navigate all of that for you. So let's get him on the show. We're going to
Willis Lau, come on,
Willis
join us. You can slide onto the couch and I'll just get booted off. That's fine.
Willis, how are you doing?
Great. Good to see you, Avio. Yeah.
Is it nice to be interacting with different people?
Of course. I mean, finally I get a chance to come up on a show. Yeah.
But being on camera is something that you're quite familiar with, isn't it? I mean, aside from all of your Instagram stuff, you've got a very well curated profile, I have to say.
Thank you. I mean, it was in fact during this 2 months of circuit breaker that I do quite a bit of work on that. In the past, all this while I've been wanting to do more on social media and stuff, but the time and stuff. Yeah, so I think this 2 months of circuit breaker, I mean, has given me a lot of opportunities in this type of crisis, in that sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about why you transitioned to TikTok. I mean,
TikTok finance. That is literally on your Instagram profile.
I think this, to be honest, when I first downloaded TikTok, when I saw what was going through the feed, I deleted the app because I was like, what? So you mean you got to dance, you got to do those funny stuff and things. So that was what I thought what that app was about. Then I decided, there's this guy called Gary Vaynerchuk. So he said TikTok is the the new thing, that kind of things. Yeah, I was like, okay, maybe I could just try it again. Yeah. So now, then that's when I started to think about, hey, how can I find, how can I create content that that can serve the audience? So I started to find finance, just search for finance, and that's when I realized, hey, there's actually quite a huge potential.
Yeah.
And I think the key is also for social media, right? Especially for the last 2 months, seems like most of my peers are on social media posting insurance stuff, posting investment stuff and stuff. And I think the audience would be very overwhelmed in terms of. So I thought, hey, is there something else that no one else is really doing yet? Yeah, I say, okay, why not just do some funny things or whichever. I mean, then TikTok came into the picture, and I was like, okay, as long as I can combine into finance plus some fun, some dance, some songs, maybe you can catch some attention. I'm not sure. So I just, yeah.
Well, I think it's quite interesting though, because the way you've managed to, condensing insurance or financial planning advice is always time intensive. You've got pages and pages of all these documents when you sit down with your clients and stuff like that. It's very overwhelming, but you've managed to capture it in 15, 20 seconds, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So how do you actually condense that information?
I think the key thing is about the key points, because when I create TikTok videos, it's not so much of, I want to give you everything. It's more of like, hey, I want to get your attention first. Then once you're interested, then that's when you have a proper chat in that sense. Yeah. And I think these days when it comes to, because insurance, to be honest, is really a boring topic. No one's wake up feeling, I want to get insurance.
I want to talk about financial planning.
Nobody does that. Right. So I think for me, the key is, okay, how can I grab their attention is the fastest point of time. Then they see that, okay, it's interesting. They start to like it a bit more. Then I think when it comes to the more serious conversation, it's going to be easier in that sense. Yeah.
Now, for a lot of people, I think insurance is something we think about when we start thinking about adulting. So when you hit that mid-20s.
I remember that first insurance conversation I had. It was awkward.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm so confused. I don't know what I'm doing.
But obviously with trying to go on TikTok, you're then reaching out to a much younger audience.
Yes,
So how has that worked for you? Do you find that they are a lot more receptive because they feel it's on a platform that they can engage with?
Right. I think at this point in time, because I think TikTok Singapore is still pretty new generally, most of the audience are in fact, they're 13 to 17. So, but I mean, I think it's more of they see that, hey, there's a new kind of content that's coming out. Yeah. So, in terms of, let's say, them becoming my clients, I don't think it's anything in the near future, but I see more long term. And also, when there is more so-called, more so-called in that sense, more mature content in this aspect, it can also help to draw people in the 20s, 30s to use TikTok, because you will be like, oh no, TikTok is not just about fun, it's not just about dance, there's more towards it. Yeah. So it's like two-way traffic in that sense. Yeah.
And a lot of people have been caught out at the moment with a lot of industries collapsing. People are finding themselves jobless. Is it too late, or should we start looking at financial planning right now?
I see. I mean, that's a great question. So, I mean, personally, I think that there isn't any, it's never too late to start anything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Phew!
right? I mean, it's all about perspective. I mean,
Okay, so that's all we need to know.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to actually pop off for a short break. When we return, we're going to explore this a little bit more with another guest who's going to be joining us on the show whilst Barbara pops off for a coffee. She looks like she... Do you need a coffee?
What are you talking about?
So the insurance conversation continues right here. Should you, or is it too late for you to start looking at financial planning? We will find out right after the break. Stay with us here on Kickback with Kelly and Barbara. To Kickback with Kelly and Barbara, except Barbara's popped off for a little while. So I have the pleasure of bringing on Natalie Ng.
Hi.
Nat, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me here.
Now, just so we set this up properly, Nat's main hashtag that she uses on her social media is protect your backside. Tell us a little bit about that, Nat.
Okay, so when I first came into the industry, I think I wanted to let my friends know that I was in Prudential because I didn't want to, spring up on them and like, hey, I haven't met you in a while, let's sit down for coffee and plan your finances. So I came up with that hashtag because, I was, I think, 23. Yeah.
And it's kind of stuck, huh?
Yeah, it has stuck.
Okay.
So my friends know me for that.
Yeah, like all of us literally know her as the one that protects your backside.
Yes.
But I think that's very relevant, right? We were talking about how we need to reach out to the younger audience as well.
Yep.
Current situation is that people have really struggled and industries have collapsed, entire industries have collapsed, and people find themselves out of work. We touched on it just at the very end of that last segment about that it's not too late to start, right? So what should someone be doing straight away to make sure that this doesn't happen again?
Want to go first?
Sure. Okay.
Oh, so polite.
All right. Thank you. Okay. So I think firstly we cannot panic, although that would definitely be the natural reaction too. But what we can do is to take the time to actually sit down and reevaluate your necessities and also to tie down on your expenses. Yeah. So at that point in time, then you would also be a bit more calm in that sense. Yeah. That's how I think.
And I think for me the easiest way is to really think about to start. If you do not have an emergency fund set aside, set one now. Because I think this entire crisis has taken a lot of us by surprise. For some, I got to know that some of the clients do not even have 3 to 6 months of expenses support to set aside as part of their emergency fund. Yeah.
So what is the appropriate amount then? How much should we be setting aside? Is a couple $100 okay? Should it be a percentage of our salary? What's the rule of thumb? I don't know about you guys.
For me, as a rule of thumb, I always advise my clients to hold at least minimum 6 to 9 months of their liquid funds aside. Yeah. So this is actually for them to spend on for any daily expenses should something like this occur again. So what I've been focusing on with my clients recently is to learn from the recent events for sure. Yeah. And also from there, we are able to narrow down what their basic expenses and necessities are, so we can actually plan for future recessions, because that will come. future recessions will come.
I think to sit here and say, no, this is never going to happen again, we'll be fine, our economy will recover, we'll be all right. I think that is a very obtuse way of looking at the way the world is going at the moment. I think we're just seeing at the moment, like especially with the second wave of the virus outbreaks coming back out in America, like I think we're re-establishing and understanding that this is here to stay for a while more. What about you, Willis? Like, what's your general advice that you give?
I mean, normally I would just encourage about 3 to 6 months, but of course, really depends on the kind of profile and demographics they're in right now. So if let's say I'm talking to a family of 3 to 4, they have kids, then I think it's better to set a bit more buffer because the cost of raising a child in Singapore is not low. Yep.
Yeah, I know that.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's like, I mean, what about your profile? Like, do you find that you have a lot of families with young kids?
It's quite a good mix.
Yeah, because I know, Nat, you end up with a lot of friends who have a lot of kids, like they've suddenly gone forth and multiplied.
I think it's because we grow up together, so you know we go through different life stages, right? Like I'm sure for you as well, because you've been in the industry for a while. So you know, from single to like from them dating and like, is this the right guy? And then you're there to be like their agony, probably. Like in the middle of the night.
How many times you've had to sit through awkward conversations? But then it also begs that question about how, I mean, the perception of insurance agents as well. You guys can sometimes come across as a bit pushy, you know, not you guys.
Thank you.
Not you guys. But like there's always that perception of like, oh my goodness me, they're scary. Like you see, especially at like the roadshows and stuff like that, they're pushy, or old friends who you haven't seen in like 10, 20 years maybe, who suddenly go, hey, how you doing?
Yes.
Like, just to let you know, I work for Great Eastern now. This is what I'm gonna do. Let me know if you want to have a conversation. So how can we make it less weird, and why shouldn't we be afraid of insurance agents and financial planners?
So I think when we're talking about this, I love this question, by the way, this topic, by the way. So actually, you know, after being in the profession for the last 10 years, right, I realized that people do not dislike insurance. People dislike how insurance is being sold and marketed in Singapore. Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Because of how, you know, we push, you know, that pushy thing, you know, and stuff.
It's sales.
So I think, I think the key thing is about, you know, like, let's say for me, right, one reason why I also ventured into the digital space, it's really, I want to create like something for them to be comfortable, like they have their own space to make their so-called, find a bit more. It's not so much like when you meet an agent means you're obligated to give your money to him or her to buy a plan, because I get so much like, I just want to check, there's no obligations, right, to you know, I was like, what obligations are in? You know, it's like, to me, I see that, yeah, we're just having a discussion. If it works well, then that so be it. If it doesn't, okay, make a friend. Yeah, that's pretty much. But I think it's, you know, perhaps there could be other peers in my industry where be like, okay, you know, I've spent time with you. You know, I got to close you, you know, that kind of agenda. And I think that is, in the current context and future context, is not going to work. People will just hate you for life.
That's true. Nat, have you seen the same thing?
Oh yes, unfortunately, I have actually seen that like in agents, but for like myself, my team and I, like, we understand that we cannot change the industry overnight. That is for sure, correct? So what we want to work on is just taking on one person and one policy at a time. Because, you know, like we always tell our clients, like, give us 1% of your trust today and let us like grow the other 99%. Yeah. So
that sounds like a hard job, but like I like the pitch.
Because I mean, you cannot expect someone to just trust you off the bat when this is like their hard-earned money every month. Correct? It's like their finances. So,
and I think it's also important to realize that you guys are the experts. You know exactly what you're talking about. And because you guys are the experts and know what you're talking about, I'm going to throw you a challenge. Are you guys ready?
No!
You guys are going to have about 60 seconds to see how many words you can get through. It's like heads up. We will be giving you a word. You have to describe that word without using that actual word. To Willis, you're going to have to guess what the word is.
Okay, I got you, man.
Okay?
Yeah, man.
Alrighty. So, timer's set. You're going to have 60 seconds and the first word, we're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Protecting your house.
Home
In
insurance.
case of death.
And,
Something you need to purchase when you're buying your house.
mortgage.
Very good. Okay, next one. You can pass if you want.
Okay. You need it when you are heading to the hospital.
Medical insurance? Hospital plan?
Another form of that when you're looking after, you need to exercise to be in good
Shape?
Another word?
Healthy?
Yes,
health?
yes, and
Health insurance?
yeah, okay.
No, it's going to be the exact word.
Okay, the first word is correct, okay? But people buy a
Policy? Health policy?
another word.
Health plan?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my
We're
God.
getting there. Okay, you got 20 seconds
Okay,
left.
next.
Okay, next.
Let's go. Okay, CPF, how do you pay with your MediShield?
Medisave?
Yes,
Yes,
very good. I'm going to
okay.
allow you that one. Last one. Let's go.
And assets versus?
Liabilities?
That's
Very
right.
good.
And you need it when you have TPD government coverage.
Dependent protection scheme.
No.
no,
You have to sign up for it.
Eldershield.
Yeah.
There we go. And time is up.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
So that was
Well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Wow,
6.
awesome.
6 in 60 seconds. What a
Wow.
good job, Willis. Nat,
Yeah.
absolutely
Awesome,
fantastic.
Thanks,
At least
man.
we know
Well done.
that they know their stuff. Whew. What a relief. Guys, thank you so much.
Stressful. Sweating.
Thank you so much for joining us, Willis.
Sure.
If you want to go and find out more about the TikTok man himself, go and find him, Willis LBX, on Instagram. You've got all his things there as well. That's also on TikTok. Nat, we're going to get you to stick around because her Instagram handle, Surfs Nat Right, because
Yes.
this girl is a bit of a flow rider. She loves the waves. So we're going to get her to do a
Okay.
bit of a workout with us here on Kickback with Kelly and Barbara. Don't go away.
Step right up, draw the next cut. You one of the brighter animals, so get along with everybody else. Is the ship sinking? I've been thinking. Always sinking. I've been thinking. Been a little time to get along. One of these days you're gonna feel. One of these days I'm gonna feel this haze. A wake-up call, throw the next up. Be one of a kind, original. Don't be another sign of the times. Fight. Wanna know the secret? We get on. Wanna know the secret? We get on. Try to find the feeling we belong. It's all for one and all for fun.
Welcome back to Kickback with Kelly and Barbara. It's now your chance to get a little bit active and actually kick it back with the two of us, plus Nat, who has decided to join us in. She used to do a lot of flowboarding in a time. She's a former surf set instructor as well, so she's perfectly capable of joining us for this next workout. So if you are sat at home, I want you to do this with us, or if not, just save it for later on. We can do it all together. Okay, the first exercise we're going to be doing, because it's all going to be flow related, training that core in your legs. 4 exercises, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. The first one we're going to do is get down on the floor, paddle it up, and then pop it up as if we're surfing. So if everyone gets down on the ground, we're going to start on the floor. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Paddle, paddle, paddle. And pop.
Oh, pop.
Ha! Then back down. And then we go paddle, 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 paddle. And pop up. Back down. Paddle, paddle, paddle. As fast as you can. Kick those legs. Keep going even faster. And pop up. And last one. Paddle, paddle, paddle. And pop up. Very nice. Are you okay there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, great. Next exercise we're going to be doing, down on the ground.
Oh my God.
Oh, see? I was just getting ready for the next exercise. That's
So
definitely
we'll just
prepared.
angle ourselves 45 degrees, and then we're going to be flutter kicking our legs. Are we ready? Let's go. Kick, 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 kick.
Kicking those legs.
Come on.
Kicking those legs.
Pop out, abs.
I'm trying to keep in my double chin.
I gave up on that a while ago.
Kick even faster. Come on, mate. Don't give up. What are you doing? Come on.
Oh my goodness.
Keep going.
Okay.
Keep going. Let's go. Let's go. Another 20 seconds.
Oh,
Come on.
we are going.
Okay.
Come on, Barbara.
We know who's been working out regularly.
Final 10 seconds.
It's you, Barbs. Let's go.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Oh, that's so good.
2, 1, and rest.
Oh my goodness.
I got abs now.
Are you sure?
No.
No. Next thing we're going to be doing is a pop squat. So you're going to get into this position. I'll stand in the front. You guys stand in the back. You can go open, down, and pop in and out. Okay?
Okay.
Are you all ready? In 5
I'm ready.
seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Pop down. Touch the ground. Come up. Pop down and up. Down. Up. Down.
Oh, we're getting in sync
Down.
now. Ah,
Up.
yeah, look at us go.
Oh my goodness.
It means that you
Oh my
can't
goodness.
pause, yeah? No break
I'm on
whatsoever.
my guys. Don't worry. I'm going. I'm going as well.
Down and up, down and up.
Yeah.
Another 20 seconds to go. Let's go, let's go. Go low if you can.
Get low.
Squat down.
Get low, get low, get
Ready?
low.
Another 10 seconds to go. Keep going, keep going. Hey. This is a great workout that you can do
Sound effects
if
help.
you want to get a full
Music
sweat
helps.
for 15 seconds and rest. If you want to do a 15-minute workout, you just take a breather at the end of these 4 exercises, and then you'll be able to do another 3 rounds in total to bring to a really nice 15-minute sweat.
These bangs are not made for exercise.
Okay. The next exercise we're going to be doing is a shoulder touch. Okay, planks, shoulder touches.
Oh, man.
Ready? And in plank position.
Okay.
Let's go. Nat, we're going to get you to pull your mic down a bit. There we go. She's deep breathing.
I am. I'm panting.
So in this position,
Dying.
you just want to be keeping your bum not sagging down, not pushed up, in position, engage. Keep going, guys. Just because I stop doesn't mean you stop. Keep going. Really trains you to brace your core. Keep those arms not locked out, okay? You're in a slight bend. Touching your shoulders. Final 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest.
Definitely have abs now.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Like some shoulder muscles. or
Like
something.
it might not be a 6-pack, but I definitely got a keg.
Okay. Alrighty, that's it for today's Kickback with Kelly and Barbara. Thank you, Nat, so much
Thanks
for joining
for
us
having me.
and joining us for that sweat exercises
Definitely.
inspired by her and her background. Surf's Nat Right. Go check her out on Instagram to find out a little bit more about all your insurance needs. Thank you also to Willis for joining us. We've got a great lineup of guests coming up on Wednesday as well, where we're
right.
talking all about the sustainability with Singapore's agriculture scene as well.
That's right, and with Daddy's Day coming up this weekend, we've got a special Father's Day episode on Friday.
So make sure you join us again on Wednesday, 8 p.m. for Kickback with Kelly and Barbara. Okay, girls, who's up for another round?
Bye.
Bye. See ya. Okay, I'm going. Wait for me. Oh my god.
Oh.